Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. You can find all the lessons on a+students.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We can to start the chapters, fractions, equivalence, and ordering. Lessons we can to cover today are compare fractions in recipes, compare fractions in recipes, order fractions, convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. And I'm on grade 4 math. Let's just start with the lesson that is compare fractions. Let's just start with the lesson. Let's just start with the test questions. Which fraction is less, 1/5 or 1/4? You can make a shape to compare them, like you have to do 1/5 and 1/4. So just make two exactly equal shapes, right? So the first one has 5 portions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the second one has 4: 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1/5 is colored and 1/4 is colored. So the less one is 1/5 because the 1/5 has more portions. So they have all the portions are smaller than the 1/4. So the correct option is 1/4, the fraction that is less 1/5. Which fraction is greater? 3/10, 2/10. Now they both have exactly the same denominators. Just compare their numerator. 3 is greater. So 3/10 is greater than 2/10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which fraction is greater? 3/8, 7/8. That is 7 out of 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which fraction is less? 1/3, 1/8. One by 8 is less than 1/3. Which fraction is less? 7 over 12, 3 over 12. That is 3 by 12 is less than 7 by 12. Which fraction is greater? 5 by 6, 2 by 6. 5 by 6 is greater than 2 by 6. Which fraction is less? 1/5, 1/10. One by 10 is the correct option. Which fraction is greater? 1/3, 1/5. One-third is greater. Which fraction is greater? 4/6, 5/6. 5 by 6 is greater. Got it? Which is less? 4 by 12, 4 by 6. 4 by 12 is less than 4 by 6. Let's just start with the test questions. The next lesson is compare fractions in recipes. Let's just start with the test questions. Does this recipe call for more blueberries or pineapple? 3/4 of pineapple and 1/4 of blueberry. Which is more? 1 by 4, 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is more than 1 by 4. That means the recipe calls more pineapple. Does this recipe call for more cinnamon or vanilla? 3 by 4 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, which is more. 3 by 4 is more. That means the recipe calls for more cinnamon. Does this recipe call for more salt or red grapes? 1/3 teaspoon of salt and 2/3 teaspoon of red pepper. The recipe called for more red pepper. Does this recipe call for more popcorn or gumdrops? More popcorn. Option number one is the correct option. Does this recipe call for more mustard or chopped onion? Seven, eight chopped onion is more than mustard. Does this recipe call for more grilled chicken or mushrooms? More grilled chicken. Option number one is the correct option. Does this recipe call for more cranberries or almonds? More cranberries, right? Option number two is the correct option. Does this recipe call for more parsley or lemon juice? More parsley. Option number one is the correct option. Does this recipe call for more peppermint candies or root beer candies? More root beer candies. Does this recipe call for more sugar or lemon juice? More sugar. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to the next lesson. Order fractions with like numerators or denominators. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. So which is the correct option? 1 8 5 8 6 8 or 1 8 6 8 5 8, which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option. The fractions are arranged from least to greatest and they have the same denominators. Just compare their numerators. So 1 by 8, 5 by 8, and 6 by 8 is the correct option. Option number one is the correct option. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. Which option is the correct option? Very good. Option number one is the correct option. 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6 is the correct option. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. Which is the correct option? 1 or 2? Option number two is the correct option. 2 by 9, 4 by 9, 6 by 9. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. So choose the correct option. Option number two is the correct option. 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest, which is the correct option. That is 4 by 7, 5 by 7, and sorry, 4 by 10, 5 by 10, 6 by 10. Option number one is the correct option. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 4 by 5. Option number one is the correct option. That is 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. Option number two is the correct option. Put these fractions from least to greatest. Option number one is the correct option. 1 by 6, 3 by 6, and 5 by 6. That is 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Put these fractions in order from least to greatest. You can learn without talking. That is 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. Option number 2 is the correct option because you guys don't chat on the relevant topic. So that is not the logic. Like you will not learn if you will not talk. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is convert fractions and mixed numbers. What is 25 divided by 6 as a mixed number? So just divide 25 by 6. So you have to count a table of 6 until 25. 6 times 4 is 24 and you have one remainder. You can't divide 1 by 6, right? So you can write the answer in the mixed fraction form. That is, this is the whole number 4 whole 1 over 6. Let's just start with the test questions. Write 31 over 6 as an improper fraction. Just divide 31 by 6. Sorry, that is 3 whole 1 by 6. You need to write answer in improper. 6 times 3. You have to do 3 times 6. You need to add 1. 3 times 6 is 18 and 1, 19 over 6. That is 19 over 6. Option number 3 is the correct option. Write 4 by 3 as a mixed number. That is 1 whole 1 by 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. So 4 divided by 3 is that is 1 whole 1 by 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. 3 whole 9 over 10. That is 10 times 3 is 30. You need to add 9, so that is 39 over 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Write 1 whole 1 by 2 as an improper fraction. One whole 1 by 2 equals 3 by 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write 4 whole 1 by 7 as an improper fraction. Twenty-nine over 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Write 67 over 9 as a mixed number. You need to count the table of 9 until 67. We can go for 9 times 7 is 63. And you have 4, remember that is 7 whole 4 over 9. That is 7 whole 4 over 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. Right, 57 over 10 as a mixed number. That is 5 whole 7 over 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write 9 whole 3 over 4 as an improper fraction. Thirty 39 by 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. So we were working on grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is we were working on the chapter fractions, equivalence, and ordering. Compare fractions in recipes. Order fractions with like and unlike with like numerator or denominator, and then convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Right here, you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions, you can please write if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today.